Hello Commanders, and welcome to another round of Clan Raid. We are doing our second installment for this rotation of SR13 Volcanus, and it's been a bit of a rough road. I'm having a rough time with this guy, but that doesn't mean that other people haven't had some success, so props to everybody who's made it to the other side of the wall. If you do like what you see here, because we're going to be learning from some of my mistakes, please do like, subscribe, and if you want notifications when I drop new videos, hit that notification bell. Also, if you have any comments or ideas or suggestions, please feel free to leave those below. So let's dive right in so we can learn from what has gotten close but hasn't quite worked yet. Okay, this one I tried using the Eye of the Corruptor because it has had a major buff to it, and even though it hasn't worked in the past, I thought, hey, mind control them a lot faster, maybe I can actually do it this time. So I had a bunch of Mind Shrooms up front to catch that initial push, and then the Mind Corruptors are able to turn enough units during that time. And then my thought is that I'll have all of the enemy's melee units flipped and moving towards the boss, and that my archers would then be able to get the DPS that needs to be done to take out the heart. So it looks like it's working very well right up until that Earth Elemental at the top starts taking out my Mind Corruptor and my archers. I can see some potential for this. Maybe if my Mind Corruptors were just one level higher, or I'm not sure, maybe if I had different stones on them, they might be able to get the push that they need to turn it around. But it was just that last little bit there when they took out that top Mind Corruptor. So it shows some potential. I can see it working possibly with a few more tweaks, but I ended up running out of resources and thought I'd go back to the other methods of trying to get things done. Now this one, I had a lot of issues trying to get the Crystal Spires in range of Volcanus because he ends up stopping just far enough back with my Monster Hunter to where I couldn't get him. So I thought I'll throw some immunity on there, I'll put it right in the center, we'll clear out all the stuff, and I don't. I just thought I've got enough power to nuke it all down and clear out those minions, and then Volcanus will be close enough. But I just don't get there. So that was the thought behind that one. It does work to offset your towers so that all the minions don't arrive at once, because even with immunity on, there's just too many of them to clear them out of the way. So with Ring of Unity at rank 1, you can get 6 seconds, and it works fantastic, but if you haven't cleared enough, or you're not offset to the top or the bottom, then you could run into some trouble. So this one showed some really good potential. I have the Stormcaller incorporated in there, which does a fantastic job working on that back line, clearing out all the archers. But I run into a problem right here. He starts running forward and hits my Valkyrie. And for about 8 or 9 seconds, he's doing absolutely nothing. Which is only half of the problem, because the other half of the problem, which I run into all the time, is the Monster Hunter stopping Volcanus from his progression and keeping him just out of range of the most of my towers. So again, a few tweaks and this one might work, but for whatever reason, I just cannot seem to dial this in. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. I see that some of my clanmates are using range 2 on the towers instead of aim 4, and that actually makes it to where they can reach him. So I do knock out the heart, but I don't get very much at all. Like this isn't as good as some of the other builds that I've done. So now I'm torn between, okay, do I keep the aim on and kill everything fast enough, or do I put the reach on in order to hit Volcanus, but then everything dies? So either I've got to get another couple unit levels on my Crystal Spires or something, but I'm just so close. I just can't get it. All right, so I went back to the Mind Corruptor, and let's show you before I fail. All right, so this one, the concept was I'll throw immunity on there, and I'll turn everything around in that first couple of seconds, and then from there I should be okay, and I'll just nuke the crap out of everything. So I throw on the immunity, and I go after it, but then I realize, oh, right, freezing attacks. So I've got all the immunity in the world, but I'm not doing anything. So that was incredibly frustrating. I was not terribly thrilled about that. But I go ahead and throw on the elemental resist to see if that will work. Now we've got everything pushing. I'm doing fine. Everything's getting mind controlled. And you know what? It's looking good. I actually make it. Oh, okay. Let's make that disappear. By the way, Discord has been getting spammed a lot by somebody who's pranking everybody. They're sending all kinds of inappropriate messages, so I apologize if I get some random notification unsolicited. But yeah, somebody's been posing as Ulthar, and a few other people dropping into the different chats of the different clans. So yeah, don't believe anything you see for a bit. But yeah, so that one shows some promise. The just getting very close to finding something sustainable. Now this one I go back to this other more dependable build because I want to get my hearts in. I can't seem to get there. But here comes those hounds from up top, and even though they're closer than those earth elementals, my towers aren't hitting them, and goodbye everything. So that one was incredibly frustrating. Then we decided, hey, what if we flip that wall around? So you'll notice that I've taken this wall and just rotated it and put it to where when the hounds finally get through those entangling roots, they're going to come to a stop at that wall. So that was my thought for this one. Very challenging to just get this aligned perfectly. It's got to be almost exact to get it done, especially with my unit levels. If I had a couple more level 12 units in there, I probably wouldn't be having this much trouble. But we're trying to get it done, being as close to free to pay as we possibly can be. I probably spend maybe 15 to 20 bucks a month on this game, so, and that includes the season pass. So I'm by no means a heavy spender. I just try to get those good deals when they pop. But apparently I'm not getting quite the unit levels that I need to compete at this level. But it's okay. The next boss I might be all right. So let's see. I decide I'm going to throw that wall in front of the monster hunter. And that way everything's going to come to me. So the monster hunter still catches all of the ranged fire, but it doesn't run forward, which then allows Volcanus and everything else to move forward. I run into the problem here when that top grouping of minions finally makes it close enough. The monster hunter runs up and gets past the wall, and I'm still not close enough. So again, I just, for whatever reason, I've got clanmates with comparable unit levels that are pulling this off, but I just can't seem to dial it in. So there you go. That one's pretty well over. We'll go ahead and skip the rest. Then these are out of order, so we'll go to that one first. I tried again with a little tweak, and I think this is going to work. Then I run into this problem where you'll watch those hounds coming from the top. They hit that wall, and there's enough of them that they wrap around, and one of them tags my barrier monk, and boom, game over. So, almost there. I've almost got this thing. It's all downhill from there. Let's go ahead and skip to this one, which is the last one that I did. This one, it's the best shot I had so far, other than I think one of my very first ones where I got 54,000. This one worked pretty well, and it just all happened to work where I targeted all the right things at the right time and finally made some progress, but I am almost completely out of resources, and for whatever reason when I tried this again it didn't work. So there you go, everybody. Those are all of my learning opportunities that I got to share with you. I hope that you were able to learn something from all of these, because there's clearly some positive elements in here, and there's things that could make it work. I just am not in favor with the RNG gods or something. So thank you for watching. Please do like and subscribe. If you have another build that might be worth sharing, please feel free to submit that and I can share it with everybody. And thank you for watching. We'll have some more content for you soon.